Hello, my lovelies. My absolute lovelies. Welcome, yes, welcome to Win with Attraction Marketing for AI empowered entrepreneurs. On LinkedIn by night, and I'm straight out of the ER. All right, so that's why, and I said, my hair looks a mess. I've got it piled all on top of my head. And I said, if I'm going to look terrible, just go for it. Go the whole 9 yards. Okay? I don't have lipstick on. I don't have my eyebrows on. Yeah, so I'm here. It's Freestyling Friday. And as you see, yep, I got another major allergic reaction, and it's to this stuff. This dye is supposed to be plant hair dye, and it's everything's written in, I believe it's Chinese. So you know they be lying about what's in the product. I'm just gonna tell it like it is. And check this out. So this is it. This is how it comes. You get 10 of these. Now, if you can take, like, say, L'Oreal and that, I can't take any over-the-counter dyes. And this started with this Japanese dye that I was using. That one that's a little powder. What is that called? It'll come to me. But you mix it with water. And then you put it, well, I made it like really concentrated. And that's when I got the first time. And you know, my face probably swelled up, but I think I thought it was due to the hair, skin, and nail vitamins or marine collagen that I was taking. I didn't put 2 and 2 together that it also caused my face to swell. Because my eyes, I do remember my eyes getting really puffy. And so, oh my goodness, so that's it. And yeah, so I decided at one point, I'm leaning against this table. At one point, my face had gotten so puffy, I thought it was going to explode. So I said, let me go to the ER and see what and they've got it running so nicely now. You don't have to wait very long. They've got this system. And when I was in the hospital today, I did a quick reel, and the girl across from me, she was like an employee or something. And did you hear her yelling and carrying on? Man, when the doctor came in, he was trying to talk to me, and he had to turn around and say, "Oh, can you guys be a little quiet so I can hear my patient?" He was really nice. And so I did that, and I made it back in time to make my last appointment. So I made all my calls today, even though I couldn't even see the phone numbers. But the person on the phone told me, because I'm returning my refrigerator. Let me turn this around. So I'm returning this refrigerator. I know I love magnets. Can you tell? I'm returning this refrigerator because these little ants were coming out of the dispenser, out of the water dispenser. Can you see these? And I cleaned it up thinking it was a one-time deal, or maybe they crawled up the refrigerator, but then there they were again. And they're this little crystal stuff, and they're these kind of ants. They're really tiny. Nothing I've ever seen in Oregon. I've seen ants similar to that in Asia. And don't say I brought it back, because how would it get in the refrigerator? So anyway, I got that. And then on top of that, after like 2 months, the water dispenser stopped working. The ice dispenser still works, but the water dispenser doesn't work. And I feel like that's way too soon to be replacing filters, because I mainly use the water to feed the cats and to make my tonic. So, and Carmi's not here. Carmi drinks a lot of water, but Carmi's not here. And she's still in Italy. They're still in Italy, as far as I know. So what I'm going to do, though, what I want to do is, Frigidaire has a year warranty. And they're going to send somebody, they said they're going to send a technician to see if he could fix it. He's not fixing this refrigerator. What is he talking about? But I said, okay, well, we'll just wait till they get here and we'll talk about whatever. But what I want to do, though, is upgrade. So I'm going to pay extra and get the refrigerator that it has French doors, but it has the bottom freezer. You can't beat a bottom freezer. You just can't, you know? So yeah, so I wanted to talk about that. And as usual, I've got my dill going. So I'm going to make my version of mapo tofu, or mofo tufo, to go. Okay, so these are my ingredients here. So now, you don't put a lot of vegetables and a lot of stuff in mapo tofu. You're going to put basically some mushrooms. I'm going to put some onions. And then I'm going to put some green onions. And I'm also going to put a little bit of nori. These are the nori snacks. And that's really good, because that's a cheap way of just keeping nori on hand to add to your rice. So then I've got my Thai chilies. I've got more here. Oh, of course I have parsley instead of cilantro. And then I already prepared my cornstarch thickener. And then I also actually have some shrimp and some scallops chopped up. But what I was thinking of doing with these was making a fried rice. So, yeah, I feel that tofu is plenty. I don't need, the one girl who I was looking at her recipe today, she added pork. But I don't feel like you need it. And then I've also got some peanuts to go on top and some sliced tomatoes to go on top, because sliced tomatoes or tomatoes, they are so good on top of Asian food. I always have done that. Always, always. Especially going to like the Mongolian grill. I would always get all my raw vegetables and have the guy cook them. Then I'd go get tomatoes. Oh, so good. So good. Okay, and then I've got some sweet chili sauce. And I have got sesame, but I don't think I'm going to use the sesame sauce. I don't want to do too much of an overkill. So that's what we're going to do. So let me go ahead and get this. So this is just some bouillon with I put some garlic in it already and some fresh ginger. And there's turmeric. I just used the powdered turmeric today. And so that's all going to go in there. I'm going to put these mushrooms. Now the thing is, I did put some oil. So that's why I don't need to fry it. I don't need to fry the mushrooms because it has oil. Because mushrooms pretty much need oil. And also the garlic needs oil to kind of, open the flavors. And I'll wait before I put that in. I'll put a little bit of nori in there. A little bit. I just kind of play it by ear because, I think when Chinese people cook, they're playing by ear too. I think they take vegetables and just, they just start adding whatever they have on hand. You know what I mean? Oh, I better save some of these for the fried rice. Okay. I'll do that. Okay. So, that's what I'm doing. And so I was thinking again about this Kamala Harris stuff. And I said, you know what? It could be kind of cool to have her as president. But, she's got to get over all that giggling and not being serious. I mean, I did put a little bit of scallops and shrimp in there. Just a little bit. A lot of that giggling and laughing and stuff like that, because I know it's good natured and stuff, but it really, people aren't going to take you seriously, because when you do a lot of laughing, people laugh when they're nervous. And you gotta really, you think of Condoleezza Rice and see how serious she was, a Republican lady. Oh no, I think I put some vegetables in my hair. Condoleezza Rice, she was a concert pianist. She spoke multiple languages, all of the world leaders. Yeah, I still have a little itchy. I have my treatment. I gotta go to the pharmacy. I just have had like a steroid shot and a Benadryl shot. But I think, she's got to. But, all in all, the Democrats, you look at their districts, you look at Oregon, you've got all of these homeless people, and then they don't enforce the law. Like you can't, if the homeless people are trespassing on your property, the police really can't arrest them because they've got all this stuff in place. And so I feel like Democrats, they want to be in power, but they kind of goof around. They just goof around, like laughing and joking and, letting people camp where they want and not arresting criminals. And that causes a lot of havoc. And I use the word demonic, but I don't mean demonic like possessed by the devil. I mean demonic in the sense that little demons like to create havoc. So they like to say things like, well, we're going to take away cursive writing, which is a power. It's a magic power. Writing in cursive. Knowing how to write in cursive is a magic power. So they're stopping that, and then they're telling kids, you could choose your gender. Not your parents, you. And you're not old enough to vote. You're not old enough to drink. You're still saying your prayers on your knees on the side of the bed. And they're giving you power over God. You see what I mean? They're messing with stuff. Because God does not make mistakes. Okay, sometimes you just gotta try to understand and get on the level. But, and then trying to convince people that abortion is a viable form of birth control in the number one industrialized country in the world. That is what they do in Eastern Europe, a third world country, third world countries. That's what they use. They just have abortions because it's almost like people who use abortion as a birth control method are like learning disabled people who just don't get it. They make decisions that are very dangerous, can end them up getting AIDS and venereal diseases and all kinds of stuff. And then they talk about incest and rape. What does incest and rape have to do with the price of tea in China? And then they act like that kind of stuff is that most people who have abortions go and do that, go and use that as birth control. Usually if it's a crime, the police bureau or whatever kind of works with you on options, and then if it's incest, that's just gross to begin with. That's just gross. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I really don't know what should happen. I know I did work with a girl in mental health who had a child with her father, and the kid was in it was a vegetable. The child was a vegetable. So, but it had the chance to be alive. And being alive is being alive, okay? Whether you're handicapped or blind, whatever. So, if you're meant to be here, don't be messing around with all that stuff. And Planned Parenthood started as a Nazi-oriented eugenics program to get rid of America's riffraff. Yeah, that's what Margaret Sanger was, a eugenicist. She was a white supremacist. And she said, it even started at one point, the program was called the Negro Project. That's what Planned Parenthood used to be called, the Negro Project. And so they're here telling us, oh, we want rights. Now, let's say a married upper class Caucasian lady who's married and they're well-to-do upscale people. Do you think for a minute she's not going to consult with her husband about having an abortion? And do you know the hospitals, they do couples counseling for people who are going to have abortions. But the Democrats say, oh no, just walk into any clinic by yourself, just go. And see what they're doing? If someone wants to have an abortion, it's their business. You pay for it. You pay for it like you pay to get your hair did and your nails done. That's all. And involving the government in that is just really overboard. Yeah, I got a rant. And so, you guys, I'm getting ready to do a little bit more. Oh, you know what? Why am I holding this camera? Oh, my goodness. You guys. Okay, here we are. What am I doing? Let's see. Let's see if I can get it to work this time. Okay, let's see. Come on, camera. Oh. Rodrigo, do you know how to use this stuff? Let's see. Okay, let's see. It's kind of working. So what I'm going to do is I've got the mopo tofu boiling there, and I've got some of the vegetables and stuff. So I'm going to put some of this, oh yeah, just a little few zucchini, not too many. And I will put some of the onions in. And let's see. What else am I missing? Oh, of course you have to. Well, before I do that, let me put in my thickener. Okay. I don't want it too thick. Okay, so then you gently slide your tofu in, and the tofu I had soaking in the chicken flavored broth with turmeric and plenty garlic. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit. These peppers, I could smell them. So I'm gonna put a couple of them in here. Try to play it safe. And then I think I need a little bit more thickener. I hope you guys could see it okay. Oh, I forgot to put in my parsley. Let's get that in there. Yeah. You hear Fluffy? Oh, Fluffy. So it actually is about the right thickness. I didn't mean for that broccoli to go in there, but that's okay. Okie dokie. So, let's go let Fluffy outside. When he wants to go outside, he wants to go outside. Okay, so let's let him out. Oh, and be careful out there, too. He'll come back. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go do the fried rice now. Oh, so let's do the fried rice. Okay. So let's turn this around. Okay, so the fried rice, and you guys, you know I'm so bad because I'm always having the camera not where it's supposed to be. Well, that's kind of sad. I guess I better use this. I'm gonna cut up this other mushroom. And it's an oyster mushroom, which are quite delicious. But I put a little bit more in the mapo tofu. I got so many vegetables. I might need to put some more vegetables in the mapo because this is too much, I think, for fried rice. I think it's a little much. So, but you know, either way, vegetables are going to be going in it. So I'm going to let that go. Okay, so there's that. And as you could see, it heats very quickly. So I'm turning that down. And let's get some of the onions and some of the zucchini. And That didn't need to go in there. Okay, then we're going to do that. And then we're going to, you know, I'm just kind of winging this. I'm putting the shrimp and the scallops in there. And let me get my wooden spoon. I do not want to mess up my stuff. Okay, now it could go back up high. So I kind of want to just make sure that, yeah, you know, you can never really eat too many vegetables, right? Oh boy. And then put some peppers in here. Uh-oh. Why is it not? Oh, okay. It'll heat up. Yeah. So that's going there. And I'm just going to turn my tofu on for 1 second. I mean my mopo and stuff. So, now look. Oh well. Okay. So I just want this to cook a little more, not too much. And then the rice, I guess I'll just go ahead and throw the rice on in there. This rice was made a couple days ago. You know, when you do fried rice, it's really good to use fried rice that was cooked a day or two ahead of time. Some people use fresh rice. It won't hurt. Okay. Alright, now it's time to put garlic and fresh garlic and fresh ginger. Got some mushrooms and yeah. And just kind of do that for a minute or two, and you're good to go. Put a little soy sauce in there. Yeah. It can even stand a little bit more oil. Put a little bit in there. Yeah. And see, with me, I don't eat eggs. I don't eat eggs or dairy. So, I don't put eggs in my fried rice. Yeah, I don't do that. Okay, you guys. So I think that's pretty much it. Let's put a few more green onions in there. I kind of like stuff that's not cooked too much, you know. That's one thing that's really nice about Asian food is they don't cook their vegetables. They don't overcook them. And they put a lot of garlic in their fried rice, and that makes it taste extra yummy. Alrighty. Well, thanks for joining me, Rodrigo. And I will see you. And, yeah, let me just give you a last look. I know it's a mess. It's a mess. Okay, you guys, let me try to... Sorry. I always have everything all hanging off, but okay. It's a mess. This is shrimp and scallop fried rice. And then here's the mopo tofu. The mofo tofo to go. Oh no. All right. Well, I'm going to check you out. And I'll see you later. And I'll be looking for your posts, Rodrigo. You always have something interesting to say. And yeah, my face, it should be coming back pretty soon. So, you guys, keep winning and getting better and better every day. Better and better in every way. You're a big time VIP. You are not the common man, no matter what. All right? Okay, I will see you soon and take good care. Ciao, ciao. For now. Oop. I always do that. Ah!